Hello guys, yeah, welcome to my page, Timo Starboy, Reality TikTok TV. I greet you at your location time. I greet you well. I greet you, my people all over the world. Welcome. Yeah, this is Wednesday 9 August 2023. So we're about to start a new fresh update on what is going on in Nigeria, what is going on on our internet. So we brief everything to you now. So according to the election petition, yeah, that is tribunal, that is the case is still in the court, is still in the court of justice. So we don't know outcome. I don't know what is taking them long, what took them so long that they did not read the verdict. So we don't know what they are cooking. So anyway, I will bring you as usual the video that we share some light, to your knowledge. What you about to hear is a very something that is disturbing. So they said it all in this video, and as well as that this our judiciary, they are just doing like a wave on the sea, on top of the sea, the wave that will be driving the sea up and down, so we don't know which side. So anyway, I hope they will do the needful and they will do the justice. The justice must prevail. The justice must take its course. So that is what I believe. So another any will rule something, so we will not take it any longer. Anything that will come from the justice, it must be clean and clear. It must be transparent, and we will all know what their decision is all about, the prediction, or their verdict. Oh, this is another new, the news never finish. The news, this one from BBC. Anyway, so that is how we are getting our news, so updating all the time. So before I waste much time, don't let me waste your time. So let me play the video. Let me play this video so we all will understand. So I hope my Bluetooth is on now. Okay, yeah, it's intact. So you are ready to work. So so let's move it. This is a breaking from judiciary, our judiciary, that is tribunal court. So let's hear the briefing. Okay, let's go.
And the Rivers State Working Committee, I welcome you to this maiden press conference of the People's Democratic Coalition.
This is the video
being hosted by our Rivers State chapter, tagged Nigeria Judiciary
from the horses.
Save Our Democracy. The events of the past month leading to the conduct of the 2023 general elections and the outcry of Nigerians following the outcome, which is widely believed not to reflect the will of the majority of the electorate, is not new to us gathered here this afternoon. This verdict has been expressed by local and international observers and crowned by the much detailed and indicting report of the EU election group, observer group, and INEC presided over the most shabbily organized election in the history of our country. Today, the battle for the redemption of our democracy has moved to the temple of justice. Can Nigeria Judiciary stand up to the occasion and save our democracy? This is the reason we are gathered here today, to urge our judiciary not just to redeem their image, but to save our democracy and write their names in the gold plate of history. To resist all forms of intimidation from every quarter and deliver justice to the people of Nigeria. The statement credited to the Nigerian ambassador to the Republic of Guinea, John James Usanga, that annulment of the 2023 presidential election on the basis of the less than 25% votes scored by Bola Tinubu is a wake-up knock for vigilance and for us to state the facts as it is before the truth is distorted. It is no longer a hidden fact that outside the manipulations and distortion of the February 25, 2023 election results that brought him to power, there were other weighty controversial issues about the person of Bola Tinubu that squarely disqualified him and made him ineligible to be fielded as a presidential candidate ab initio. Amongst were the forfeiture of money to the US government some years ago, fielding a fake degree to the Nigerian electoral body, lie about dual nationality on the prescribed election form, which constitute forgery. Added to this was the non-achievement of 25% votes in the FCT, as stated in the Nigerian electoral extant laws. It is therefore not surprising to every reasonable thinker and analyst that this government is built on illegality and cannot stand the actual test of law and will be extremely difficult to win the people's confidence. This is the reason the coup d'etat in Niger Republic and the junta will readily dismiss any statement from the Nigerian government and indeed ECOWAS as nothing and of no effect. Public remarks by social commentators across the globe had insisted that the illegality of the Nigerian president and ECOWAS leader has made it difficult to effectively intervene in the Nigerian crisis. This is an apt demonstration of the level of unacceptance this administration has subjected itself by her desperation for power. If the judiciary is muzzled down by corrupt forces that are very desperate for power, then Nigeria is doomed to eventual collapse. But if the judiciary is able to hold sway and live up to its billings at this most auspicious time, Nigeria certainly will be restored to our enviable position in the community of nations. Whichever, the fate of Nigeria now rests on the willingness of Nigerians to press harder for sanctity of our constitution and electoral laws and say no to injustice. Let's take back our country, wake up Nigerian youths, and reject the illegitimate INEC selected president. Bola Tinubu must be disqualified. Thank you and God bless you.
For the disqualification of the president, are you calling for? Is it that you're calling for the tribunal to do the right thing, or I don't the call is what particularly I don't actually understand. Is it the tribunal, or you're asking, or what basis are you calling for the disqualification of the president?
Well, the bases are clear, but we will forgive you because you said you came in late. The press conference is tagged Nigerian judiciary save our democracy. So the call is to the judiciary. And from our narrative, the elections have been conducted and the matter is before the courts. And all we are doing as a political pressure group is to ask the Nigerian judiciary to do the right thing. Of course, this call became almost very much necessitated based on the statement of the ambassador of Nigeria to Guinea-Bissau, which, of course, you know, the ambassador represents the president and represents the nation. And so we quickly have to respond to the fact that he has said that if the president was disqualified or the election nullified on the basis of not scoring 25%, that the country will be thrown into anarchy. We saw that as an affront,
as a threat
on the judiciary and a way to intimidate them.
Yeah.
So it was, and we also saw it as being economical with the truth, because 25% inability to achieve 25% is not the only case or evidence before the tribunal. And so he needed to tell the world every other thing that is before the tribunal that makes the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu an illegal presidency. And so that truth is what we are telling the people, and also calling on the judiciary to stand by whatever evidence is before them and give justice to the people of this country.
That's a good one.
I want to find out.
That's marvelous. We support that, you know. The justice must prevail in our land.
That is one.
That is what we call it a country, country of our own.
And that the article of recently called on the tribunal declaring.
Please share our program. God will bless you. Our big fans. Share.
States of the Federation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cast. Would that be jumping the gun? See, the matter is already before the tribunal.
Jumping the what?
Well, clearly, the People's Democratic Coalition is a group that started over a year ago under the aegis of the South-South Democratic Coalition. But right now, more Nigerians are embracing it, and so we don't want to restrict it to South-South. And so it is a pan-Nigerian political pressure group. It is not a breakaway from the People's Democratic Party. It is a non-partisan group which will admit anyone who is ready to fight and defend the democracy of this country. I'm very sure that you are aware that after the election, many parties have gone to sleep by every name. And most Nigerians have died in the process of defending parties. But right now, we rather stand to defend democracy and not parties. And that's exactly why we are saying the tribunal should look at the justice of the matter and deliver judgment. And of course, in the second part of your question, there are many prayers before the presidential election petition tribunal. And one of the prayers is that our principal and the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party have been able to prove beyond every reasonable doubt that he won in 21 states. And of course, if you went through the proceeding, INEC never said no. INEC is supposed to defend that, but INEC admitted. And so that clearly places him in a position that he can be declared. However, there are other prayers which have also been prayed, including the nullification of the election and all of that. So it is in the wisdom of the court to decide upon which premises the judgment will be given.
So, this question is, the next question is just out of this premise. 2 days ago, precisely on Thursday, we saw the president name his cabinet. Sorry, he named the several nominees, and one of those mentioned is member of your party, the former River State governor. I want to look at that.
Thank you. Thank you.
He's a member of the PDP. Do you think that that nomination does it go down well with you and your party?
Well, clearly, we are talking about a government that is illegal. And so every other thing they are doing is illegal, so it's not worth discussing until legality is instituted. Thank you.
I wanted to give a... Are you calling for illegality? Are you calling for him to the throne or something?
I said I can't discuss a government that we know is illegal until a legal government elected by the Nigerian people and not the one selected by the dubious INEC is in place. We can't start discussing. You can't build something on nothing. Yeah. There is presently no foundation. And so whatever they are doing is building castles in the air. When the right thing is done, everything you see now will fade into the...
So that is it. I will play you another video here. Yeah, so another video I will play you. I think you hear this gentleman very well. You cannot build a castle on nothing, on the air, you know. You can't build it on the surface, you know. It will come down. You have to make a solid foundation, you know. You start from foundation and the solid one, the strong one, so that you can mount your pillar very well, you know. Your house will stand very well, so that it will not collapse. That is what he's saying. All these things they are doing is dubious from the start, and we cannot accept it. It's not acceptable. So let me play you another video from here. We play you another video. All the video we are playing is rhyming with each other. We don't talk nonsense here. We don't talk what we don't know. We are talking from the point. As you can see, everything is conjectively. So this is okay, which one I should play first? Okay, let me play this one. This one is a okay. I'm coming, guys. Let me put my Bluetooth on. Let me hear from the Bluetooth, because we cannot hear very well. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay. All right, it's connected. So we scroll to the video.
That might be citing as security reports, indictment.
My brother, it has been stated that if lie, take a jet, speed, run for 1,000 years, in just a single day, the truth will be able to catch up with that person. El-Rufai has never seen anything. The government has never seen anything. El-Rufai, God will mess him up than this. God will mess up El-Rufai than this. El-Rufai, you have ever taken my video to Buhari? This time around, I want you to see this one. Probably you can take it anywhere. El-Rufai, your life will go miserable than this. 3, 4, 5 years ago, do you know what El-Rufai said about Tinubu? El-Rufai said he cannot walk over a drug baron. Somebody who deals in drugs. Somebody who takes drugs. It is the same El-Rufai now that is not telling Nigerians that Tinubu is the best we can use in Nigeria. They never mess him up. Security. Maybe we don't have the history of El-Rufai. Are you getting me? He's just a kind of a fine guy among the rough guys. He has something to do with Sanusi Lamido. He has something to do with Zeki. That's international infernal terrorist. Zeki. He has something to do with them. They all sit down on the same table in the school. He still has something to do with Gumi. Are you getting me? But when he wanted to mess himself up, you know what he said? He said there are also elderly statements in the north. No northerner can tell them what to do about Nigeria now. So for now, they want to go with Emilokan. One of my small boys just tell me something. It was very funny. It is only a Yoruba man that will understand him better. Maybe after I say so Yoruba there will laugh on it. And then for those who don't know what it means, maybe you'll be able to ask somebody, they'll be able to tell you. When they say Emilokan, it has to do like it is my turn. But sometimes in Yoruba language it means, take a head hit. So the guy now use real word. Daddy, if you know, I said I don't get, I don't give you. He said, Daddy, look at the way he uses it. Look, to sign Kara. Tinubu lokan. You know say that cow went wrong comot. That one went for the cattle field where they gather them. He said that Now where wrong come out? Na Tinubu he go hit. Now make Tinubu no know wetin dey do.
And the man don't know. The man don't know what he's doing.
Malu Tosa, Isango, Tinubu no come. Are you getting me? So if a cow should hit you, you will lose concentration. That's what happened to Tinubu now. He has lost his concentration now. Already he doesn't have it because it is something that is glaring. Do you have to come and swear before you know that Tinubu is into drugs? Why are we deceiving ourselves, Nigerians? So if Erufai, so then let us not move somewhere else. If Erufai did not meet the ministerial appointment, I think God is taking his own time to start dealing with them on the ground because he's the same person who said he cannot work with drug baron, and he's the same person that goes around to come and tell us that this work baron is somebody you can die for. So for him missing it out, no problem.
Well, away from that, the FG federal government has withdrawn the suit against Labour Party. Labour Congress over the contempt of courts. So would that be a compromise to soften the position of Labour?
Remember what I asked you the other day? You did not give me an answer. Maybe you go Google it to find it out. I said the Labour chairman, which type of motor him they use? Because I believe by now he must have changed his car. By now, he must have changed his car. James Hadley Chase, in one of his books, he said, find him, fix him. People now started looking for who are they really going to find. The person you are trying to go and find here and there, at the end of the day, those who are going around to go and find who they are looking for, they discover that the person that they are looking for is the same person that want to pay ransom for someone they say they should go arrest.
That is a disaster. It's totally a disaster.
So it's all this in their thing. They think say we get fool. You can fool some people sometimes, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Are you getting me? They are the same people. They will tell them go and do like this. If you don't finish tomorrow morning, we go tell say we don't know you. In the evening, we will tell you say we know you.
It's a serious matter.
Dictatorship doesn't start from them. Oshomole is one of them. Did you know when Oshomole was the chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress was president? We were running a parallel government in this government in Nigeria at that time.
Exactly, yes.
Obasanjo, as strong as Obasanjo is, Obasanjo will tell you, go to work. Oshomole said, don't go. And nobody will go.
That's true.
He stood by it. The idiots use Nigerian Labour Congress to go into party. He go through Nigerian Labour Congress. That idiot, I see the mentor of Oshomole, I'm referring to you. He used Labour to become a governor. After becoming governor, he said no, but Labour don't be party again. He go back to APC where they can be dictators.
Where a criminal's hide.
Are you getting what I'm saying now? So if somebody like Oshomole, who has run a parallel government in Nigeria for Nigerian labourers to know their rights, will come up to become a governor. After becoming a governor, he dropped that agitation and he becomes something else. So this man said, what you want to do? Now in role model, now he go sue you on. That's why I asked you that day. When you are asking me, the Labour chairman, you are saying, what type of motor is using before you ask me that question? Because I know before 1 week, they go change that motor.
Very.
So if federal government if they are withdrawing, maybe they are withdrawing a concept of court or anything, it's a lie.
You are welcome.
They are tricking on us.
You are welcome to the platform.
Why they keep
going
and going and making the life of Nigerians.
Thank you. You are the new
So how will Nigeria reach that? Because if that trust is being betrayed this time, because people are skeptic that this man might not, of course, be defending their interests. Then if it eventually happens that he betrays such interests, what will be the last hope of the common man in Nigeria?
I have looked at the issue of Nigerians here and there, and I look at it that we place Nigeria on three arms, and all these three arms have finally disappointed us. It is presidency, legislative, and judiciary. And judiciary, who happens to be the last common man bus stop, has become where they make use of the common man to sit down to discuss and wine and dine. When a whole chief justice of Nigeria has houses everywhere, he doesn't know the numbers of houses he has. Are you getting me now? When a whole chief justice of Nigeria is going there to go and hold meeting with a party in Dubai in how to rig election, just rig it. After rigging it, they are bringing it to our court. If they bring it to our court, we strike it out. That's it.
That's the game.
Are you getting me?
That's the game.
Where exactly is issue of a common man?
Please share our program.
I'm not calling for rebellion. So maybe somebody rebel against something.
You are learning something here.
The poor man will suffer more.
You are learning something.
We have to fight with wisdom.
Something tangible here.
Are you getting me?
Share the program. God will bless you.
I wanted to see Nigerians probably when Tinubu was saying I'm a chairman of ECOWAS, we want to go and fight Niger or anything, we want to go and... I expected Nigerians to maybe, even from Abuja and everywhere, to just walk straight into Asoro. Try Mr. President, take your uniform, Nigerian Army. Don't be saying you go to take a ceremonial. Don't be saying Nigeria won't do something, you go come through Nigerian Army, but this thing come begin the salute. Then they dun. No, put it on.
Yeah.
Let's go. You need.
And lead at the front.
Lead the crew.
Yes, your son should be at the back. Yeah. Because you want to protect your life and that of your son before Nigerians.
Exactly.
I expected Nigerians to ask him if we can do that.
He cannot now.
Oh, we are completely silent. Are you getting me?
And
he doesn't know how to feed his own son. His own
where is his house? Listen, where is Tinubu's house?
In Lagos, in Bola.
Aside from Bola, outside the country, where again?
France.
Everywhere.
Not everywhere. No.
France.
Where that everybody know most?
France. UK.
It's France. Now I want you to check the Nigerian borders. Which people are we having a border, maybe close relationship with them in terms of the borders that are not from Francophone? You want to talk of Niger? You want to talk of Chad? You want to talk of Benin Republic?
Those are the Francophone area.
No. Ghana is far away. Our brother.
Francophone
Or you want to talk
country.
of Cameroon? It's a lie. If France say that they support Nigeria, they have wanted Nigerian economy to be worse than this. Have you ever seen America celebrating a country that the way they do with their country, they celebrate it like the way they are celebrating Nigeria now? They are celebrating it because they have wanted our economy to fall completely so that they will just become the superpower because they want to pack everything. America did not have refinery. They don't have refinery and they have fuel than anybody in the world.
That is the truth.
Because they only to go and cause problem there and they'll be draining your fuel. They will cause you problem and they will be draining your fuel. They will make two brothers to come and clash within themselves. It takes years before the Iran and the Iraq. Now look, you are my brother, I speak what you are speaking. That is what we need in Nigeria. Don't wait for me to come and abuse Tinubu before you start clapping for me. Let's clap ourselves when we see that there is something that is wrong within us, irrespectful of wherever anybody is coming from. That is when we want to move Nigeria forward. Don't wait for me to come and tell you, say Jesus na lie, no be 3 in 1. Then you start pointing me, you say I'm a religious fanatics. I don't need here to come and tell you that Prophet Muhammad, this is what he is and this is what he's supposed to be. Who am I to God? It's not so weak that Nami go to fight for God. No, tell me me is so God is so weak. Now me go come tell you say I want to tell you wetin God be. So I want to fight for God. We are disturbing ourselves. I said something, I'm going to repeat it. Maybe you don't understand it. Butter and bread, no be monkey food. No monkey hold am. Rotten banana, no be human being food. Now we hold am. Release the rotten banana on ground. The moment monkey grab that rotten banana, you go to drop the butter and bread, pick it and eat. That is your food. You don't eat what belongs to him. God that created us has a purpose for creating each and every one of us. And everybody is going to make account for where he is and what he has done. And before you come to this world, the world has been. When you get there, it is there. When you leave, it will continue to be. So before you come to it, how has it been? When you want to leave, what impact have you put in on ground? Take it or leave it. It is in record that Tinubu has served Lagos for 8 years without doing anything for Lagos. Take it or leave it that Tinubu came back again that he want to contest in Nigeria. He was using the good work of Fashola and the good work of Jakande and the good work of Ambode to praise himself saying that he repaired Lagos. And those who dance with the good dance with the lies, dance with them. But I keep telling people that you can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people.
All the time.
All the time.
So guys, that is it. You can fool some people sometime, but you cannot fool the people all the time. They will wake up one day and challenge you. So please, I want to play the last video. It's our Pa Bode George. I think you all know him. He's a gentleman. He's our Pa. So he says truth, but nothing but the truth. So let's hear from him. He's an old soldier too. He's an old soldier, old combat soldier. So let's hear from what the Pa have to tell us. So let's go. It's from the morning show. Yeah, morning show. So let's hear about the ECOWAS.
The Authority of Heads of State and Government of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, will meet tomorrow, Thursday, in Abuja to ponder the way forward following the expiration of the 7-day ultimatum issued to the military junta in Niger Republic on July 30. We'll meet on Thursday, that's the day after tomorrow. The junta, which had enjoyed massive support from thousands of Nigerians since the ouster of the democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum, also received support from fellow military leaders in Mali and Burkina Faso who paid a solidarity visit to the military leadership in Niamey. The military regime, which declared their Commander General, Abdurrahmane Chiani, the new head of state, have vowed not to bow to outside pressure and warned against foreign intervention, vowing to defend the territorial integrity of Niger. Joining us now to discuss the political estrangement between ECOWAS and Niger Republic and the possibility of not going to war is Chief Bode George, former director at the Nigerian National War College, NWC, now called Nigerian Defense College, former military governor of Ondo State, and a chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Good morning, Chief Bode George, and welcome to the morning show.
A very good morning to you. It's always a pleasure to be with you guys. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. I was coaching you on Sunday on another program, Is They Live? And that you had told, oh, Nigeria should not go to war, should not be part of the ECOWAS resolution for a military intervention. And I was a bit baffled. This is the first time I will see a retired general, who was also at the National Defense College, scared at the prospect of a military intervention. Why do you not fears about military intervention? Soldiers are supposed to be valiant.
Very funny question.
Let's go there and do it.
Very funny question. Abati. Dr.
You know,
Abati.
Ruben, that's quite interesting. You know, once beaten, twice shy. You know, you are a doctorate fellow in English. Now, you learn from your experience. We were in ECOMOG, all right? Who was the main country that was responsible militarily, the financial support, personnel, you know, of the armed forces? We did extremely so much. What was the benefit to Nigeria? You know, in world politics, like you said, I was teaching at the National War College. Before you consider going to war as a nation, you teach your boys the national interests of your country.
And you know, as
anything that falls out of that is not a major concern to you. But if anybody infringes on your national interest, then you can go to war, because you are going there to defend something so vital to your country. And learning from the ECOMOG experience, and we said to them, how can we now go again to Niger? What is the benefit? What do we have as a benefit going to Niger? So my appeal is that the ECOWAS heads of state should be more careful. Look, Ukraine today versus Russia. Putin thought it would be about a 1 week issue and it will be over. But we are over a year now. They are still fighting. People are dying. Innocent people are dying. War is not a tea party. And it is better to judge rather than war. I'm talking from experience. And I'm talking from the fact that Niger is not the only country in the whole geopolitical belt of the Francophone countries that has a military administration. From Guinea in West Africa to Burkina Faso, from Burkina Faso, Mali, from Mali, Niger, and from Mali, Niger, Chad, and then Sudan. That takes you from the West Atlantic Sea all the way to the Red Sea, right across the whole belt of Africa, in the Sahara. So why Niger? Please, when they meet tomorrow, I am advising that we have enough room to dialogue. And the underlying crisis that is engaging all these Francophone countries today dates back to the colonialism, the French approach to their own system of colonialism. While the British had, well, you know, you are our colonies, the French had the principle of assimilation. In other words, they didn't let go. There is no French Francophone country in the whole of Africa that the French government does not have a minimum of a battalion, French battalion, stationed there. Since we got our independence, have you seen British troops being stationed here? They are fighting something that is not akin to their own system. They are so disenchanted. Now they know that this link, look, you are as a country, a Francophone country, you don't even have your own currency. You are linked up with the French currency. So where's the economic power? Where is the development? All of them used to head out to France. But the French people are getting tired of all these, even in the French Arabs, they are tired of all of them. They are insulting them. They are no longer playing that game of assimilation. You know, in those days, I'm not too sure about now, the French people and the French government allowed all Francophone countries' heads of state to be members of the French parliament. Were we ever members in the Anglophone? Were we ever members of the British parliament? No. But when you divorce, you move.
Yeah.
You develop. Look at all the minerals that are there in Niger. How much are they paying? I mean, the French. How much are the French people paying the Nigerians? What is the development? The mass land of Niger is bigger than Nigeria, but small population. They are still the poorest nation in the world. There are people in abject poverty. So whatever we can do in terms of talking is better than to go and send troops there. Now, look at our nation. Yes, we haven't gotten to the zenith. We haven't gotten to the El Dorado. We are still battling ourselves. The type of constitution we are running. The ways, you know, look at and listen to that, the discussion about ministers being appointed. Oh, you're not doing it geopolitically. Some zones in the Delta State. Those are not normal developmental crises which we must resolve. And Nigeria as a nation, now, have we settled down?
All right.
The economic situation in this country today, people are still blatantly hungry, and they are angry. The insecurity in the land is unmatchable. So why would we now commit? And when they start, they would expect the big brother, Nigeria, to pump so much money. Look at the financial indices of our nation today. The last time we went to ECOMOG, it was much, much better, and we were much more stable economically in this country. So why do we want to commit a lot of funds that you use to develop the people?
All right, Chief George.
Let us have a smile on our faces before you can help your friends.
Yes, sir.
You know, like we say in my local parlance, in other words, even if you get on board the aircraft and there is some kind of a loss of air, and there is a drop of the airbags, you know, the first information, the first announcement is help yourself first
before you help.
Even you help your
Absolutely.
Your child.
Chief George, let me come in here.
So now let's help ourselves first for others. Yes.
Yes, sir. All right. You talk about dialogue, exploring other diplomatic forms of dialogue with the Nigerian. But reports coming in say that the Nigerian are not yet open for conversation. A high-powered delegation from ECOWAS, led by General Abdulsalami Abubakar, went to see the Nigerian coupists, and they didn't even deem them the respect of allowing them into the city, citing security reasons. In the event that the Nigerian coupists are unwilling to discuss or open discussions, dialogue with ECOWAS, do you still think they shouldn't attempt military intervention?
Look, Rome wasn't built in a day. Now, these young men who took over government, and I'm now talking from experience, there is nowhere in the world that you have a dictatorship that will last that long without inflicting unimaginable pain on the people. Today, the people are dancing, they are shouting, they are doing this, they are saying yes, yes, yes. It takes time. They will find a way to reach whoever is the head of state. He himself will soon find out that all that glitters is not gold. You know? So he will find out. And if they think it's like a revolving door that can change in a minute, they are joking. You are heads of your government in various areas. It takes time to settle down. Look at us in Nigeria. You know, we are still waiting for the end of the electoral process. You know, and then you now go, you commit yourselves to war, and let's just imagine, and the courts come back and say no to Bola Tinubu. What happens? It takes a lot of time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Discussion, diplomacy is not like a switch. Yes, the gun can be like a little switch, but discussion will go on. Don't look at them. It's an entity, and ECOWAS itself, by its definition, is an economic community of states. Economy is the #1 issue, not military. Look, take Europe, the European Union. That is the economic union for Central Europe. But you have the NATO. Now, not all members of NATO are members of European Union, or vice versa. But when we want to talk about the economic, what were the tenets by which they established ECOWAS? It is a cooperation of economic activities, trade links, free movements,